Well, good morning. It is not a real nice day today. Got some snow squalls going on off and on here, and really cold east wind, so calving has been slow getting going, and that's okay with me because these last couple days have been really cold, nasty weather. I think this morning when I did one of my early morning checks, I think the weather app was saying the wind chill temperature was -30°C, so that's not ideal calving weather. Everything looks quiet out here so far. Hopefully they all just keep those calves inside them for another day or two. Just take a little walk through here. Feels cold out here to me, but they don't seem too concerned. Right, girls? As long as you have some dry straw to lay on and a bit of shelter, that's good to go, huh? Alright, yeah, everything looks quiet. I'm gonna head back inside for some lunch. Well, it's only been like an hour at the most since that last video I took where we went out and checked on the cows and everything was quiet. But we can see our cow pen from our house, and I happened to be looking out the dining room window, and I'm pretty sure I saw a cow with her tail up that looked like she was maybe starting to calve. So I'm gonna take a walk back out there and see if we have something calving or if it's a false alarm. Well, I'm just getting out to the cows here now, and we'll see if anything's going on. Not seeing anything just yet. Might have been a false alarm. Maybe it was that one back there. Ooh, yeah, there she is. Which one do we got? Oh, 25F. Okay. Now I got to decide what I want to do with this window here. I don't really, if it was a nicer day I wouldn't mind, but it's a pretty chilly wind, so I really would rather not have her calf out here. So I might go, I gotta decide. Gotta decide if I'm gonna get a pen ready for her up in the corral and try and move her up in there before she calves, or sometimes it's better to just let them calve and then move them up, just because sometimes if you push them around when they just start calving, sometimes it can mess them up and they'll actually quit trying to calve, and that's not really good for the calf if they've already started and then you chase them around and work them up. So I might just let her calve and then pull the calf up afterwards in the sled. Well, I left her for a little while. I decided if she was going to lay down and have the calf real quick, I'd just let her have it there, but she hasn't really been doing that. She's got the water bag out. She's just kind of been standing around chewing her cud and stuff. So I decided I'm gonna just try and push her up into the shelter and get her into a good pen out of the wind. Move in there, girl. Move in there. Yep. There you go. There. But there. I like that a lot better. Got her up here into our calving pen and out of the wind. So I much prefer she calves up in here. So I'm gonna get away from here and give her some space, and hopefully we have another calf shortly. Good job. Out here, heifer calf. Get your feet under you here. There. That's a better position for you. That is awesome. I don't think I've ever gotten a heifer calf from this cow. I've always had bull calves, and I really like her. She's a really good cow. Nice calm cow, and has good feet, good udder. So I've been wishing she'd have me a heifer calf, and now she did. That's a beauty. All right. Well, that is awesome. Another live healthy calf. That's our third one now for this week. Figured I'd swing in here to the cattle shelter and show you this new calf. It's doing real well. It's had its first suck, and it seems to be doing real well. Go in here and get a closer look at it. Where's it going, little girl? Where's it going? Where's it going? Cute little calf. Yeah. Always amazes me. They can be just a couple hours old and they're bucking around like that, feeling frisky. All it takes usually is for them to get their first drink of milk, get that first shot of colostrum in them from mom, and that stuff is just amazing. They're so bumbly they can hardly frisk around, but it's like they just can't help themselves. Got two cows that have just started calving here. One of them's a heifer, and then one of my Hereford Angus cross cows. That's bred to my Simmental bull, and then the heifer should be another AI calf, so out of her. So I just got them both moved into calving pens here, and they're kind of just in the beginning stages. These are the two of them here. This is a 14J. She's one of my favorite. Probably is my favorite cow from that year. So this would just be her third calf, I guess. She's a really nice, calm cow. She's out of one of my best registered Angus cows, and then out of a Hereford bull, and then yeah, this is the growth fund heifer that's started calving just now too. So yeah, got them moved into my calving pens up in the shelter here, so they've got good dry clean places to calve, and we'll see how things go with them. Well, they both had their calves. I checked them a couple times and not much was happening, and so I left them for, I don't know, maybe half hour, and I came back and they both calved. So the purebred Angus heifer had a little bull calf, and the other cow had a heifer calf, both solid black. And this little Angus calf, he's already on his feet. He was already standing trying to suck when I got back, when I came out to check him. He's a little calf, so he would have calved easy enough. But yeah, that just goes to show you that those Angus calves, it's amazing the get up and go they have. Whereas this other cow, that calf is from my Simmental bull, and he's looking fine, but he's not up and trying to suck like this little Angus calf is. And that just shows you the difference between the Angus genetics and you get some Hereford and Simmental into them, what that'll do. So yeah, I'll show you these calves. So yeah, it's a little Angus calf there. Mom's done a pretty good job of licking him off. He's still a little bit wet, but she's doing pretty good for a heifer, and she's mothering up to him nice, so I like that. And yeah, he's trying to have a suck. And then the other one, yeah, she had a solid black little heifer calf. That's awesome. Both calved on their own and no issues at all. So you can't get much better than that, especially with one of them being a heifer. So I'm really happy about that. And this, so far, so that's the second calf out of that AI sire specialist that we used, and both of them have been nice small calves and born easy and on their own. That's what you want out of a heifer bull, so I'm real happy with that. Nita had spotted one of our old Angus Hereford cows that she figured was getting ready to start calving, so we're just headed out to, she's out here in the big pen, so we're gonna go and move her up into the corral. She's one of our older cows. I think we have two older than her, but I think she's a letter year A, so I think she's 13 or 14, something like that. This is her here, good old girl, definitely getting ready to calve. Should we move you up into the corral? Come on, let's go. There you go, Mom. That's a good place for you to calve in here. Well, I was just looking from the house, and it looks like that older cow that we brought up is either calved or is calving. We'll go see what the scoop is. Oh, calf is almost born. She must have got it almost out and then stood up. Another heifer calf. Man, we're getting a lot of heifer calves. How's it going, little girl? I think that's 6 heifers now in one bull. Let's get you up on your haunches here. Feet under you. There you go. So every now and then they'll do that when they are calving. When they're just hanging out like that, the cow thinks she's had the calf, so she jumps up. And usually when they're that far out, they start wiggling around and stuff, and I think the cow often thinks the calf is born, so they hop up and the hips are still kind of stuck in the birth canal, so they sometimes hang like that for a little bit. But usually once they stand up like that, then they naturally fall out pretty quickly, because they're the way the calf is shaped. Usually doesn't hurt them at all. They're a good looking calf. So I got a couple bales of green feed on the tractor here, and I'm headed out to feed the bulls. I keep them back behind the yard by the trees here, and so yeah, I figured I'd bring you along out here, give you a look at the bulls that we use, and maybe explain a little bit what we use them for, as far as which herds and which breeds of bulls and which breeds of cows that we use them on. Get these bales dumped off for them, and then we'll take a look. Beep, beep. Come on, big boy. Come on, go. So I meant to show you the bulls there last night when I got done feeding them, but my camera ended up dying on me. So back out here now this morning with the quad, so I'll show them to you here now. We'll start with Hereford bulls, since they're my favorite. So this big guy here, he's our main herd sire that we run with our Black Angus cows, and he is a fantastic bull. I couldn't be happier with him. He may look scary with his big horns, but he's like a big teddy bear. He's not yeah, he's always easy to work with, right buddy? Yeah, so that's him. He's our main herd bull. I think he's 6 years old now, so we've gotten I bought him as a 2-year-old, so I guess this calf crop we're getting now, I guess would be our fourth calf crop off of him. So we've got a lot of replacement heifers off of him, and we've been really happy with them. They're doing really well. So so that's the story on him, and his name is Big Red for obvious reasons. And then we've got the other Hereford over here, horned Hereford as well, and his name is Little Red. I know, it's very creative. So Little Red is actually Big Red's son, and then Little Red's mom is, if you remember in my last video there, that Hereford cow that I showed you that I said was my pet and that always wants a scratch, that's Little Red's mom. So he's a home-raised bull. He was born on the farm here. At this point he's kind of just our spare bull. I didn't use him at all last year, and I'm not sure if I'll use him a lot this year, probably a little bit. But the main idea with him is I'm hoping if Big Red ever gets to the point where we need to retire him, I'm hoping the little guy can kind of take his place. So then next I'll show you our Black Angus heifer bull. That's him there, a smaller guy. He's pretty young yet. He's just 2 years old, I guess. Yeah, bought him last year as a yearling to run with our heifers as a cleanup bull after we finished AIing them. He's smaller framed, which is what you want out of a heifer bull, and he's got a real light birth weight, I think 65 pounds or something like that. So I'm hoping, being smaller frame like that, we should be able to keep using him on heifers for quite a few years. But yeah, we'll see how he does. And his name is Easy, and the reason I call him that is because that's actually in his part of his registered Angus name is Easy, so that's why we call him that. And yeah, so that's the story on him. And then this black bull on the right here, that's our black Simmental bull. And what we have him for is he's our main bull for our commercial cows. So we've got our purebred cows that we run the Hereford bulls on to keep heifers out of, and then we have this guy to run on those commercial cows to raise feeder calves that we take to the market. So we don't keep any heifers off of this bull or anything like that, because I want smaller framed cows, and the Simmental tend to have bigger frames and growthier, so they're great for calves that you want to sell to the market, because buyers like them. They're bigger, thicker, calves, so they sell good. They're good for that, and so that's what his job is to breed our commercial cows, and he's always done his job, so I'm happy with him, right buddy? And he doesn't have a name, so I don't have a name for all my other bulls, but I don't have one for this guy. So maybe if any of you have a name for him, let me know in the comments, and maybe we can come up with something, because I mean, hey, it's not fair if all the rest of the bulls have names and he doesn't, right? So let's see what we can do about that. But yeah, that's kind of a look at our bulls. Hopefully that all made sense and didn't drag on too long. I can talk about beef breeds and yeah, different crosses and things like that. I can talk about for days, so hopefully I didn't bore you too much with some of that talk. But yeah, I think that that'll be it for this video. I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.